बैलेंस शीट हमने समझ ली, अच्छी बात है. How to really judge a company? So there are many things that we can see to judge a company. Number one is profitability. So how do we do it? Profitability. So we can take the, let's say we can calculate a gross profit ratio, GP divided by sales, and this is what you must do into 100. So let's say say GP is 20, sales is 100, into 100, that means the GP ratio is 20%. And as I was telling you earlier, आपका अभी 20% GP, you are getting a GP of 20%. Now you are obviously interested whether this is a good sign or bad sign. How do you ascertain it's a good sign or bad sign? As we discussed earlier, compare this number with your competitor. Compare this number with the industry norm. Compare this number with your last year's gross profit. Compare this gross profit of current year with your budgeted gross profit, कि जब आपने बजट बनाया ये साल के लिए तो कितना ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट आ रहा था. कम अगर आप मल्टी प्लांट कंपनी है तो फिर ये कंपेयर दिस योर प्लांट्स ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट विद द ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट ऑफ अदर प्लांट्स. एंड रिमेंबर, ये जो मैंने 5 चीज़ें आपको बताई, दिस इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ऑल दी रेशियोज. लिक्विडिटी, जो हमने करंट रेशो की बात करी, करंट एसेट्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट रेशो. सो ये इससे आपको मालूम पड़ता है कि कंपनी की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कैसी है. इससे आपको मालूम पड़ता है कि कंपनी की लिक्विडिटी कैसी है, वेदर द कंपनी इज एबल टू डिस्चार्ज इज शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्लिगेशंस. इन solvency ratio. So how do you calculate solvency?
Sorry, that liquidity, can you explain again one more time?
Yes, sure, please. So liquidity is current assets divided by current liabilities. Okay, so if your current assets are 200 and current liabilities are 100, so your current ratio is 2. It means what? It means company has the ability to discharge its short term obligation twice. And good sign or bad sign, everyone? It's a good sign. So अगर ये है तो इसका मतलब मालूम पड़ता है कि कंपनी की लिक्विडिटी अच्छी है. Then you can calculate solvency ratio. Solvency tells you what? Solvency tells you, see, liquidity tells you company's ability to take care of its short term obligations. Solvency tells you company's ability to take care of all its obligations. So how do you calculate the solvency ratio? You take the non-current assets plus current assets divided by non-current liabilities plus current liabilities. If this number is more than 1, that means company is solvent. If this number is less than 1, that means company is insolvent. So ये जितना नंबर ये जो है ज़्यादा होगा उतना कंपनी की सॉल्वेंसी बेटर है. Efficiency in utilization of fixed assets. How do you find out? So you take the sales divided by your total fixed assets. Right? So अगर आपका सेल्स कंपनी ए है, कंपनी ए का सेल्स है 500 और उसकी एसेट्स है 100, सो दैट मीन्स द रेशियो इज़ 5. कंपनी बी की सेल्स है 300 and assets are 200 and the ratio is 1.5. So which company is more efficient than the other? A, right? A. So this is a good sign because A is able to turn the assets around 5 times. So company is able to earn 5 times sales from its assets. Remember, जितना ज़्यादा सेल होगा उतना ज़्यादा ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा, उतना ज़्यादा बाकी प्रॉफिट होंगे. Company B is able to turn around its assets only 1.5 times. So comparatively, company B is not doing better in comparison to company A. How to find out the effectiveness in working capital management? So remember, you need to find out, let's say, a ratio called outstanding days sales. Which means what? Which means आपकी कंपनी के रिसीवेबल्स हैं 100, ओके, एंड कंपनी की सेल है लेट्स से 500. थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेशन होगा पर ठीक है. डिवाइडेड बाय, ओके, मैं इसको थोड़ा सा ये करता हूँ. सो दिस इज company's receivables are 10, only 10, and company's sales is 730 divided by 365, right? So when you can solve this ratio, it gives you uh, 10 divided by 2, 5 days. So if the company's receivables are 10, that means company's outstanding, company's money that has to come from these customers is 10, कंपनी का टोटल सेल्स 730 है और साल में 365 दिन होते हैं, इसका मतलब पर डे का सेल कितना हुआ? दो हुआ. एंड टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग कितना है? 10. दैट मीन्स हाउ मेनी डेज सेल इज आउटस्टैंडिंग? 5 डेज, राइट?
5 days.
5 डेज. सो अगर ये कंपनी का 5 डेज है और दूसरी कंपनी का अगर 12 डेज है, so which company is more efficient in using the working capital management, company A or company B? Company 1, absolutely right. So this is how you can use the working capital efficiency. Financial leverage I have already discussed with you in the context of debt equity ratio. So debt equity ratio जो हमने एग्जाम्पल डिस्कस किया, तो जिस कंपनी का डेट जितना कम है वो कंपनी की फाइनेंशियल रिस्क उतनी कम है, एंड दैट मीन्स इट इज सो मच बेटर फॉर दैट कंपनी. Okay, so now it is already 2:05. You can quickly run through your expectations, and in case if you have any question, you can please ask me, and I would be very happy to answer those. अगर
I just
कोई
have one question.
Yes, please.
Sorry. For